for all tuning in. Yo, I represent Philly Cam. Distinguishment of my voice is obvious who I am. James Hatcher, the host that gives you food for thought. Deliver you the message like the money out the vault. Worthy discussion, live performance with special guests. Collaborate communities for being we invest. WPPM, don't forget the LP, 106.5 FM. Also broadcast TV, Comcast Infinity, Channel 66 and 966. Got you all up in the mix. And if you don't got that, just switch to Verizon. Fios 29 and 30, that'll get you vibing. Roku, Apple TV, even on demand. Direct TV joining us, it's the perfect plan. And if you don't got cable TV, justify the means. Go to phillycam.org live stream. I welcome all attendees that is present and tuning in to an episode of the Televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, in which we come together to share our aspirations as unique individuals. As respectable regards to PhillyCam, PhillyCam is a collective of motivated content creators, co-creators, and producers that promote their unique individuality and diverse perspectives within their experiences individually through various forms of media. So in this episode of the Televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, the theme of the conversational topic is actualizing purpose within existence of self-analyzation. Being able to contemplate on the awareness of being and presence vitalizes the desire to acknowledge that there is a purpose, which means there is a probability for an objective to accomplish. And that is the food for thought of this episode. Now we will take a short music intermission, then return to this presentation with our featured special guest.
Uncle Pewdie, the real Rocky, what it's like being a father, personally to me, means everything in the world. My kids are my everything. The reason why I wake up every day and work as hard as I do. Being a father means I'm here to protect them, guide them, and teach them how to survive this crazy world we live in today. Being a father to me can be both rewarding and both be challenging.
I never believed in heaven for certain until I met an angel for myself in person. Looking in your eyes makes me understand life is a gift and I'm just an ordinary man. Walking on this rock in space, we spin about thinking as human beings we got it all figured out. Before I met you, I ain't know what love was. I'm from the hood, been around thugs, but to find something so pure, so rare, you can have my heart, here it is right here. In my arms, you feel so right. I'ma protect you for the rest of my life. Till you start crying, calm before the storm. I lay you in your arms the day that you was born. A little me, it's so official. I wish that your big rose was here to grow with you. Fight to all my wrongs, correct my sins. I resurrect through the birth of my sons and live again.
I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect
through the birth of my kids, live again, raise them properly. One day they can become men. Damn. I know my pop's looking down. Hope he proud of the things his baby boy's doing now. I want my baby boys to be proud of their old dad. Give them all the chances in life I never had. Could be raising the next Barack if he don't get popped. Hanging on his own block, so to provide and protect is the mission. Most of the people from my hood wound up dead or in prison, so I changed how I was living. Focused on the vision, went about my mission with razor sharp precision. When I'm touring the nation at the radio station, smacking up them C's, they my only motivation. Right to all my wrong, they correct my sins. I resurrect through the birth of my sons, I live again.
I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my family. We all win.
Being a father means having lots of good times, lots of memories. Being a father, I do a lot of crazy stuff with my kids. I get them involved with everything I do. To me means, I had to grow up. Once I had my first kid and when I had my other kids, just, made me the man I am today. Without my kids, I wouldn't be who I am today. It made me stronger. It made me, tougher. I love my kids with all my heart. I would do anything for them. I would die for them, literally. That's no lie.
And now we're back. That was the song Resurrect. Now joining me in this presentation is a composer whose lyrical proclamation stimulates a sense of relatable belonging to any listener that appreciates music that resonates with them through consciousness. So without any further wait, I invite this special guest to introduce themselves.
Peace. How's everybody doing? It is The Storm in your area. That's DASTORM.
Well, it's nice to actually have you here, Mr. Storm.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
Causing shockwaves through the airwaves.
That's
and everything.
I hear that.
Yeah, so I got a couple of inquiries that I could share with you, to get to know you a little bit more.
Let's go.
Personally, as, with what you do and everything like that, I'm sure the listeners and viewers would like to, get to know you a little bit more off the stage.
That's right.
Being that, some of your lyrical contents really have that ripple effect. Okay. So, as a writer and composer of lyrical content, what type of genre would you define your music to be as?
Well, definitely, I would say at its core is hip hop, okay. And because I was definitely influenced by the elements coming in, but I would say it has a mix of R&B soul to it, because of the melodic way that some of our songs are mixed in, and some of the singing, and some of the tunes and some of the notes. So we're actually, as a musical entity, the Storm One Music is actually in the top 30th percentile in R&B soul chart music, but we are will be listed as a hip hop genre / soul R&B kind of a mix, I would say.
Okay. So so you consider yourself that goes by the name of Storm. Now, often ask music artists, what is the significance of presenting themselves to the public arena, to the audience, with the name, either the name or the alias that they present themselves with, and what is the significance of you? Is there like a back saga to you calling yourself the Storm?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am the Storm as part of a bigger movement. So personally, I will signify myself as the DA, as Divine Allah, and we are slowly taking over through Righteous Movement. So I would say anybody. So you can term it as the Storm, but everybody that's down for righteousness, everybody that's making music. I have an intro on my EP that says that anybody who makes music or lives their life in a righteous, fulfilling way, I want them to be part of what the Storm music is. So that's kind of what it signifies. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's actually a movement, a feeling, an energy that I want everybody to join in and be a part of.
Unstoppable energy.
There you
Not
go.
Focused too much on the destruction the Storm give you. You know what I'm saying? It's more of that impact.
There you go. You
know what I'm saying? Like, some people would know it before it actually actualizes. Right.
It's actually coming. Like usually, we say the storm is coming, but it's already coming before you know it gets here. And once it's upon you, it's too late.
Right. I hear you. I like that. Okay, so in your perspective as to dealing with the kind of music that you listen to or promote, what is a common feature within a song that you notice that compels the listener to relate and experience a connection to the song as if they're a part of the content and feel a compatibility to it?
Right. Well, a common thread that I've seen between the music that I promote and the music that I listen to is the actual life experience that the artists and that the people go through, including myself as an artist and with a lot of artists I work with and some of the people I promote and that I'm a fan of and listen to. The common thread is the life things and the real life experiences that we can use to share through our music, that anybody from any walk in life, every regular person actually can share into and can tap into.
Right.
So just bringing a part of themselves and everything that they go through and making that what their music is, I find that to be the common thread that connects all people to what music really is.
So it's just a generalization on being having an experience of being like a spirit being with a human experience. It don't have to be directly based on a person's individual experience, because it's in general.
Right. But
the message.
But to add to that, add to your wisdom on that, these people's individuals' experiences can also tap into a general sense of community and consciousness. That I'm saying the little things. I've listened to songs from people who wrote songs 30, 40 years ago, and I know exactly what they're talking about, exactly what they've been through, exactly what they're going through at that moment.
Right.
So even though it's an individual experience that they may have been feeling at that moment, there's still a bigger connection to it. So I just feel that that's the common thread through all musicians and music that connects the regular people and the regular community to it.
And I like that you said that, because even if an individual haven't experienced some of the content or the narrations of a particular musician or whatever like that, it can bring to mind an enlightenment on what also exists outside of their perspective of experiences on a wider collective perspective.
Absolutely.
Because we are a community. We are a collective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some individuals live a certain way, and another individual might live another way. But at the same time, the experiences might not connect. But if the experience don't connect, the ground daggone sure does.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If you're on the other side of the so-called world, we're still connected. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And we're staying connected through the airwaves.
That's right.
All right. So if you were to give any aspiring music artist advice as to putting words together to create a verse, and this basically goes into, what we're discussing about, the compatibility and our connectiveness with experiencing, the music and the verses. So if you are to give any advice to a music artist when putting words together to create a verse, what one strategy that you would like to share with them to not only make sure the words in a verse make sense, but to also emphasize the unique quality and rarity of individual style that is not like any other music artist? In other words, what would you recommend for a music artist to do to possibly create a whole new genre and style of music that hasn't been heard yet, in addition to the one that they already produce?
Right. Well, as cliche as this is about to sound, the number one way that they can do that and create a new genre is through authenticity, is to actually be their unique selves, and not. I'm not saying their music identity, all of that. I feel all of that comes from who your unique self is anyway, or should rather. I'm not telling anybody how to do their marketing or whatever. I'm saying that your actual unique self, who you really are on the inside. As I said, the life experiences, the things that make you. Incorporate that into your writing, into your style, into how you dress, into how you present, into how you even interact and network with other artists and other people. And I feel like once people kind of know who they are and own themselves and present themselves to the world, that's a uniqueness that nobody can copy.
Right.
So I think if you go that way, then nobody can usurp that.
Right. But do you feel like some individuals might not be able to tap into their authenticity unless they make a comparison on what is already exposed out in the public arena of music? By listening to other individuals, they'll know what makes them distinct from the sounds of others, and that kind of would bring to that authenticity, or is that kind of like a hindrance of trying to compare? Would that be like a barricade to try to compare who they are with, how other individuals sound and the messages? Like, how do you balance that out?
That I was just about to say
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
No, you took the words. I was about to say that's a fine line, and it's kind of comes down again to how strong the individual is within themselves, and how much and again defining within yourself how you the reason that you even want to create. If you're creating from art and for the love of making art, a lot of that will take care of itself. Like you'll actually come into being an artist for the love of doing the art, and what manifests out of it would just be your creation from what you give from the inside to the outside. If you're coming into it to be famous or to be a star, or because you feel like you have a talent that you want the world to see, there are ways that you would have to approach putting your talent out, curating your talent. There are different ways that you can actually put yourself in positions where you can say, I want to use my talent for, like, you're an illustrator, just to say you can
I am
choose.
an illustrator.
So you can choose to create art and illustrations for books. You can choose to create art and illustrations for posters. You can say, I'm going to what people will call graffiti. I'm just going to put my art out here on the walls so everybody can check it out.
Right.
Or you could say, I want to put my art in galleries. I'm saying whichever way you decide to approach your art and your art form and put it out there, it would be a different way to approach the design to become the artist that you wanted to be, the type of artist you wanted to be.
Right.
So I would tell whatever individual this is, once you decide that first part, the artist that you want to be, then you can use references to base yourself on, but find yourself first. So if you say, I want to be, for instance, coming into the hip hop culture, if you want to be what people call a conscious rapper or whatever, you listen to Cole, or you listen to Kendrick, and you'll say, oh, okay, this is what people consider conscious rap. Am I that? Do I rhyme that way? Or should I pattern my style after theirs? But I'm saying once you kind of figure out who you want to be and how you want to come out and direction you want to go, it'll be a lot easier even to find examples of what you, but with no direction, you'll have results all over the place.
Right.
So that's why I said the starting point, like everything else that we talked about, can be achieved, and you can create a new style, you can create a new genre, you can do anything you want to if you have the proper starting point.
Right.
So if the starting point, I said, is with self, and they say, all right, I'm confident that this is what I want to do, I feel that I'm good enough at this to participate in this, then the next step is, okay, where do I fit in this genre? And it'll be a lot easier than trying to run around in circles.
Right. And I think an individual would know where they fit if the attraction to whatever that they perceive or that's being presented to them, if they're attracted to it.
Absolutely.
It'll be more natural for them to go into that
Right.
category of so-called art expression or whatever they would want to
Because they already
promote.
have an affinity to it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, good answer. All right. So, being that the individualization and uniqueness of your musical expressions are obvious and separated from how other musicians in a similar category produce content, what is one major attribute in your performances that you feel distinguishes you from other musicians in the same or similar genre?
Well, the Storm Live is an experience. I mean, it's like the energy, the atmosphere, the attitude, the family environment. It can't be duplicated or reproduced
because of your awareness of who you are as an individual.
Right.
That's enough. That is enough that'll get you hyped. I know with me, every time I get up and I'm wide awoke, I'm like, yo, oh snap, I'm really here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what type of situation or whatever like that, I'm like, dang, it's only one of me. And I don't think I would have ever had a twin. But even if I did have a twin, it'd still be the distinguishment of being aware of who I am as an individual among a collective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With everybody else being part of the collective, being part of attribute as a collective like an embodiment of an
Right.
individualization.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Different body parts working in unison
There
with
you
the
go.
whole mind. You know what I'm saying? Which makes everything graceful.
Right.
Not beforehand, not afterhand, but right at that spontaneous moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I perceive certain attributes of like how we, project our awareness of, artists and musicians, among the collective. It's like an empowerment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, speaking of empowerment, we can get into one of your songs.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What song would you like to get into?
First song I'm going to get into is The Mantra.
Okay.
This is kind of like our statement. This is I guess you would say is the mission statement for the Storm One music, and it was on my I just had an EP that dropped this past summer.
Okay.
And that's the start and the intro track for it. So it'll be a good way to get everybody started to know what we about.
Okay. So the mantra is the mantra.
That's right.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get into the song "Mantra" by yours truly, The Storm. And we will be back on WPPM 106.5 FM, Food for Thought, televised FM radio special. I am the one and only host that goes by the name of James Hatcher. Enjoy the music.
What's good, y'all? It's a stormy area. Shout out to WPPM 106.5. We are Food for Thought, hosted by my man James Hatcher. Shout out to Allison. Let's go.
The storm is slowly taking over through righteous movement. That's why we're a movement, because we still slowly taking over and we moving righteously. So if in every state somebody is a part of the storm, if somebody's trying to move righteously, if somebody's making the music that they want to make, the way they want to make it, they're part of the storm. So my legacy, honestly, musically, is to touch and have everybody become their own version of the storm. They'll become a part of the storm.
Slowly taking over through righteous movement, cause that's the only way that we can do it. Ruthless but intelligent, the mantra. Blend the heart with the third eye chakra. Build and destroy, that's how you resurrect. Break down and repair, that's how you reconnect. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding become greatly enhanced with proper planning. If you know better, you do better. Your mind, body, and soul flowing together. Spiritual ammunition, applying pressure. Bringing freedom to the culture, wherever. Equality is alignment, parallel to power, justice and true refinement. The degrees become higher, the more you keep the suckers out your cipher. Stay aware and make it through. Recognize the gold inside of you. Supreme ways of living, life lessons, keep your team winning. They were students before masters, just do the math, every figure's a factor. Never listen to no one else. The answer to every question, know yourself.
All right, so now we're back on WPPM 106.5 FM, Food for Thought, televised FM radio special, with yours truly, the special guest, The Storm. All right, so The Storm. All right, so one major thing that you recognize within a genre of music that you produce that has changed from the time and generation that you begin listening and producing to this present time on a global scale of the music world? Like, what is the difference that you recognize?
Yeah, if I had to pick one thing from when I first became introduced to hip hop music and started making and doing shows in the 90s up to now, is definitely the access and availability for the artists and for our side. My artists that are on my label, a lot of them, I don't even have to go to the studio with them. They send me finished products and I just pretty much get it mastered and put it out. I mean, we actually have the opportunity to reach people, to run our own one-stop shops, to do our own promotion. It's a lot more work, but it's actually a lot easier to reach the actual people who we selling our music to. So when we go to the venues, when we are going around, we have our own YouTube pages, we have our own websites. Everybody kind of has their own things that we run individually and that we can run as a bigger company. But before, I remember when I was coming up in the mid to early 90s, the only way that you can get exposure was to get a record deal. And we and put everything into that. We made mixtapes, we did tours, we did shows, we did all types of showcases. We used to have the back in the day, the managers come to the house and had to perform for them in front of our moms and stuff like that. So a lot of the access to the people and to actually being able to get your music out on a mass scale. I mean, because these young fellas, I can put their music on every major platform myself and show them how to do it themselves. And if they want to show other people, we can each one teach one in that type of way. It's not the same. We can't compare the financially the way that a lot of these bigger companies had access to a lot of that big money to throw around. But to be honest, that was the tool that they used to lock a lot of us into bad contracts, and that they used to put a lot of people in bad situations in bad ways anyway. So I think that teaching the younger generation that, yeah, this is a little bit harder way to do it. This is kind of all they know, and this is the way that they know how to make money. A lot of them came up through the era of guys like Chance the Rapper saying, we don't want deals, we are the record labels now. So it's refreshing, but you really have to be able to pay attention to the detail, put in the work, dot your I's and cross your T's. But the access and the availability to being able to touch the actual music fans yourself, it has to be the biggest change from when I started to now.
Okay. So with that in mind, you mentioned the accessibility, and do you think, being that putting the music out right now and the technology that we use, which makes the music more accessible to put out, do you think that plays a part with how individuals that may claim to be musicians and artists put out music, like the content?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have the accessibility and the availability and the technology to put it out that easy, what distinguishes the artist and the musician from somebody that just wants to be seen or just wants to be put themselves out there? Like, there still has to be some type of cause and effect, because to me, if somebody is not like really into that craft, what would be the reason why they would put out the music? I mean, does it really affect, like, as a whole collective, does it affect the way people like view music and appreciate music? You know what I'm saying? Like,
strangely, sadly, I would say, not strangely, sadly, it probably does overall. People who are music fans and love music anyway, I feel that the cream will rise to the top through that, and I think that the people who really are trying to be a serious artist will put a little bit more time into it, will actually take the extra steps and to get their music mixed down and mastered the correct way, actually go through the proper channels. I know through some of the channels and some of the people that I deal with, you can't distribute on certain platforms if your music isn't cleared a certain way. And even with ownership and things like that, you can't be on certain venues and certain platforms if your ducks aren't in a row. So that kind of separates some of, but honestly, when you asking that question, we also as independent artists and label owners have to kind of ask ourselves, what would make somebody who listens to Spotify or Pandora or just regular consumers look at an independent artist as, well, what makes them more serious than somebody that has a record deal and is going through the labels and is being represented by the people that I already know, like the way that I already know music. So I can never denigrate or look down on people who say that I don't want to go that far. Like, they may not want to produce the music the way that me and my team does it. They may not want their music on the platforms that me and my team do. They may not want to produce it that way. Again, I kind of bring it all back to an individual choice of the artist and of the performer. Now, when we talking of, it may be two separate conversations, James. It may be a conversation of music and business, because the people who are serious about their music from a business standpoint do separate things than people who are serious about their music from a music standpoint. I can say. So I think that to the trained eye and to the trained ear, and to somebody who's serious about the music that they consume, they're only going to go to the sources that they know.
Right.
They're going to go to YouTube. They're going to go to Apple Music. They're going to go to Spotify and Pandora. And as a person that produces music from a musician side, I want people to hear my music. But from a businessman side, I know that in order to do that, I have to make certain sacrifice. I have to make certain things happen in order to have my music where these big labels are. Right. And now I have to compete with them. So my 2,000 streams may not compete with their 2 million streams, but maybe I have to skew my my goals because now I'm in the point where I'm looking at it this way. So
you're on a platform where everything's flooded. There's a lot of music flooded. So that's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man.
Perspective. Now, I'm going to give you perspective on that because that's a needle in a haystack. But out of all of these millions of people that's making music and all these millions of fans who are listening, somebody found little old me 200 times.
It still was on the radar.
So I'm saying
the storm's still on the radar.
Right. So I'm saying like the perspective of I'm being realistic with the platform I'm at and with the arena I'm in and with the people that I'm trying to reach. So if I'm trying to reach that amount of people and I know that I'm not, like one of these major labels and I don't have the money that, one of the major groups has, then I have to be realistic with the way that with the reach I can get out there.
Yeah, but when you mention that, like, you got to think about like the different artists and the musicians that they have.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And there is still a separation and a distinction. Just because it's supposed to be major doesn't mean that it's going to have the same type of effect on the community. That's just the way how the media projects certain branches of the media. You know what I'm saying?
We have a little more control over content, though. That's where it's a little special. We can make what we want, and the fact that some people who have the option to make it in my friend's basement actually take the time to make a product that I want to sound exactly how the radio people sound, that should give us a little bit of a eyeful, and that should make some people be aware that we're actually around and make some noise.
That's right. And what I would like to do is I would like to get into another one of your songs.
All right.
So what song would you like to introduce next?
All right. And next coming up is Higher Degree.
Higher Degree. So we're going to keep it on WPPM 106.5 FM, Food for Thought Televised FM radio special. And we're going to listen to Higher Degree. Enjoy the music.
Let's go, y'all. Come on and let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want them hands in the air, y'all. Come on, let's go. Cause it's a storm in your area. Come on, let's go. They ain't tell y'all I was coming. Rock with me. Listen, they ain't got nothing for me. They're rapping and rhyming, I build songs on a higher degree. Bar for bar, line for line. This mic check is like an architect. We building this grand design, time at the time. Hey, the same old ish. Push a whip, rock a chain, grab a chick. What's the clip? Get so messed up that you lose your inhibition. You live inside that fog and destroy your inhibition. That's on them, I suppose. We only make good music that you feel inside your soul. Life is all about levels. Send it to me, God, or climbing down to be the devil. That Dr. Seuss talk is so irrelevant when you know that you were born wise and intelligent. You're now rocking with the M to the C. Here's how we build songs on a higher degree. I rain on them. I rain on them, rain on them. We rained on them, rained on them. Come on. I know y'all want to put them hands up. Let me tell you how I put this thing together. Check it out. The homie Sling Raw sent me the track. That rain on these rap suckers, so now I'm on the attack. Cause this is a musical work of art, precisely put together with multiple moving parts. The beats, the lyrics, the mixed style. People call them hit style, but I'm just giving y'all the thorough style. True love soon as you heard it, embedded into your brain when I came to them circuits. Cause I do this all the time, I ain't even got a style, all I do is think of rhymes. Hit the hood, bro, lock me in the booth, and then I got the drop in 180 proof. You see, they're all trash with a solution. This is real hip hop, and I call it the revolution. You know, I'm rocking with the M to the C. Here's how we build songs on a high degree. I rain on them. I I rain on him, rain on him. He rained on him, rained on him. Yeah, I know you wanna put them hands up. Rock with me, y'all. They should've told y'all. Yo, I'm a musical Michelangelo, verbal Van Gogh. Step my lyrics to stereo. Mozart, Beethoven, Bach. It's that we keep the hammers and get it hot on the block. Me and Sting about to drop the next symphony. My flow so hot, I bet I rock for a century. Dig it, the sun is steadily shining. Not the past or the future, we happen in perfect timing. Y'all keep the hindsight in 2020 vision. I'm all about the here and now, true and living. It's just the next step in the journey. I see them lies in that BS, it never concerns me. Special, different, unique, a million different actions, knowing you'll never be. And M to the C. Here's how we build songs on a higher degree. Let's rain on them. I rain on them, rain on them. We rained on them, rained on them. Come on, rock with me, y'all. I know I came here to rain on them. My name is The Storm. What y'all thought? Come on. Let's go, let's go. What we here to do? Rain on them, rain on them. Rain on them, rain on them. Rain, rain, rain on them. Yeah. Rain on them, rain on them. They should have told y'all. You should have told them that the storm was coming. Yeah.
All right, so we are back on WPPM 106.5 FM for all that's tuning in. We appreciate your presence here with the one and only The Storm. All right. Okay, so do you think that setting up a specific atmospheric environment may influence an individual's perception and appreciation of a message in music? If it does, then how?
I think it does, but only to a certain degree. Okay. Because aesthetics absolutely matter, but I think a lot of what moves people about the music that you're already going to put out is already inside of them. So it just enhances the experience, but I don't think that it actually makes or breaks it. Good. I think it make it better.
Example, especially when you're like tuning in, when you're tuning out there and you're tuning into yourself and you're deep in thought and you're writing music. It's kind of like, I'm the same way, like, you know, it really doesn't affect unless something loud around me and it takes me out of that train of thought. But, okay, so do you think it is important for a music artist to pay special attention as to how a song title should correspond with the narration and illustration of the song's lyrical content? And if so, why?
Absolutely. I think it's important for all of those things to match up, for just for the symmetry and for context, and to make it easier for the consumer to relate one to the other.
Okay.
You know, just as a selling point and promotional point, like the illustration, the song, and the vision, everything needs to be as one, so that it all can relate back to each other.
Okay, so yeah, and that makes sense because even if an individual doesn't remember the title, just the narration of the song and the lyrical content will make so much of an impression that they would have to go back. Because I know, like, when I'm walking around and I'm listening to my music and I'm listening to, like, the podcast or whatever like that, or a different song from one of the music platforms, my phone would be blank, you know what I'm saying? But I'll hear something, and in the middle of it, I'm like, yo, I got to go and unlock my phone just to hear, like, figure out what title, you know what I'm saying, this song, because I don't want to forget, like, the impression of the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that plays a part with the sound, not just the lyrics, you know what I'm saying?
It's stimulating all the senses, you know what I mean, to kind of bring everybody to your vision.
Yeah, but it does play a lot. Like, I had to ask that question because, you know, some titles it throws off, like, the lyrical content of a particular song, you know what I'm saying? And it makes it harder to remember. So, you know, okay, so when an individual speaks word, whether it is about themselves or it is about others or situation, it is usually a reflection of their personality. What songs that you have written that best describes an aspect of your personality?
Now, I would definitely say the mantra.
The mantra.
If I had to pick one, it would definitely be the mantra.
Okay.
Because that says that embodies everything. A lot of the things that we think and believe, and like I said, like supreme ways of living that keep the team winning. So
And you know what? That word that doesn't really be spoken a lot. That word mantra. So to use that word mantra, like, when you think of that word mantra, when I think of that word mantra, I think of like certain type of spiritual groups,
right.
spiritual environments.
Right.
In this society that we're in now, especially like in this particular city. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the odds that come across somebody that's going to use the word mantra?
Right.
Especially in a sentence.
Right.
You have to go somewhere or some particular, group that might have had to put out something to say, yo, we got a gathering here. You know what I'm saying? And you know what type of group I'm talking about, right? Would you like to mention what type of group would use that word mantra? Because that's a significant word.
Right. Well, actually, I like to use it in a way. Well, I would like to think.
I think
that
of meditation.
Yeah, definitely meditation. But I would like to think of it as somebody's mission statement for themselves or to themselves, more or less, something that you live by.
Wow.
Your mantra. You're saying your life lessons to yourself, and that's why it's almost like how you speaking to yourself through spirit, through your own spirituality. Mm-hmm. Because we're all spiritual beings. We're animated. We're aware. So when I say spiritual, I only mean aware. When I speak of living through the spirit, I only speak of all of our awareness of each other and through each other.
You sure some individuals seem like they have awareness, but it just be a reaction?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
I think some I didn't see like some that says NPCs. Like, not playing characters. They look like individuals. And you would think, you know what I'm saying, until it's just something that's just a little bit off. So by you using the word mantra, yeah, that's a good word, because in that case, everybody that has awareness has a mantra.
Right.
And I think
They should have a code of things that they live by for themselves. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like that's part of, as we spoke of before, knowing yourself and knowing who you are and how you are, and the things that make you better. So like as deep as you can get into you, is only going to bring the best out of you. You
know what an anagram is?
Yeah.
What's an anagram?
Anagram is a word that just mixes around and means something else.
Yeah. So I think you might, want to bring that to my attention.
Right,
I'm going to put you on an assignment with the
word
mantra. I want you to come up with something that means mantra, like M.A.N.T.A. Right. So next time I see you, I want something sharp from you.
For sure.
I want you to be like, James, this is what mantra.
Yeah, we're gonna drop a line for the peoples.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That part.
Because that word can actually carry a nice domino effect.
Some power with it. Yeah, some power with it.
Words are power.
There you go.
That's why we hear the way we hear. You know what I'm saying? On WPPM 106.5 FM.
That's right.
And speaking of the word, we can carry another word into a song.
Yeah, I want to introduce Hold On, done by me and Angela Catone. This song is for mental health awareness and is actually sponsored by the Movember Foundation. So if y'all stream this song, a portion of the proceeds will go to Movember Men's Health. Thank y'all so much. This is Hold On.
So what inspired you to come up with this song, Hold On? I know you said it's for mental health awareness, but for you personally, what compelled you to come up with a specific song out of maybe other individuals that may be a part of that that affiliation to stand out and say, Dad, I want to put a song together.
Right.
Because it probably caught a lot of individuals off guard just by you just coming up with, like, what compelled you to come up with a song for that purpose?
Right. Actually, like I met her through official celebrity boxing platform. I was a performer. She was doing an exhibition fight, and she has a platform for mental health awareness. She tragically lost her son Vincent to a suicide at a very young age, and she started promoting men's mental health and reaching out and I was so inspired when I met her as a person, the way that she moved on and the way that she started her own foundation, that I said I wanted to make a song and get Movember, the Men's Mental Health Foundation, involved so that we can drop in and promote men's mental health. So I just thought that it was a very important topic. I had 4 sons, and I've seen and I've been through, a lot of things. And us as men, we don't speak out. Right. We don't step up, and we don't ask for help sometimes. So that's why I named the song Hold On, because we think holding on, being strong is not saying anything. My version of hold on is hold on until you can get help. Hold on, speak out. It's hold on and speak up and speak out.
So we're going to get into that song of endurance and awareness. And for all that held on to listening to this televised FM radio special, Food for Thought, we're going to get into that song by yours truly, The Storm. And we will be back in a moment.
And we are rocking out at 106.5 WPPM, the Food for Thought show with the homie James Hatcher. Shout out to Allison, holding me down on the boards. Let's go, man. I know it'd be some times in your life when you feel like you can't keep going, when it's hard to be strong. I need y'all to hold on, man. I need y'all to reach out. I need y'all to pick up that phone and call somebody. Holding on means being strong. Being strong means reaching out sometimes. Shout out to my sister Angela Catone, Movember Foundation. Let's go. Listen. With the stress to be the best builds up in my head and my chest, I take a deep breath. Roll the blessed gun in the vest until I rest. This life is only a test. My grip keeps slipping, I'm trying to stay focused, far away from prison. Spending most of the hours of my day blazed up. I close my eyes at night. Don't push me, dog. I'm close to the edge and I'm trying not to lose my head. You heard me? I'm searching, I'm struggling for an answer. The anger spreading through my body like a cancer. Seeing doors closed on dreams I'm going after. Life is a novel, I'm stuck between the chapters. Inside I struggle, outside is trouble. The surges through my brains and every muscle. I'm just trying to maintain, cause the sun shines brighter after it rains.
I got you.
Her love makes me strong, and still we try to pray and find another way to hold on. Cause I know it's hard to be strong when things are going wrong. But when it gets too rough and seems too tough, stand up and hold on. I let the pain was gone. My life has left me scorned. But when it gets too rough and seems too tough, stand up and hold on.
I know it's hard to be
strong
when
things is going wrong.
But when it gets
you gotta hold on, man.
Seems too tough,
Angela Catone, y'all.
Hold on.
I know it's hard to be strong.
Hard to be strong
when things are going wrong.
when everything is going wrong.
But you got to keep on fighting.
We wrote this song for mental health awareness, y'all.
I know it's hard to be
proceed
strong
goes to the
when
Movember
things are
Foundation.
going wrong.
And I need everybody to reach out. I need everybody to hold on. I need y'all to be strong. Listen.
I know it's hard to be strong when things are going wrong. But when it gets too rough and seems too tough, stand up and hold on.
And holding on and being tough don't mean you're not saying nothing.
It
means you
My
stand
life
up.
has left
You
me
stand out.
scorned. But when
You
it
help your
gets
friends.
too rough
You
and
ask for help.
seems too tough, stand
Come on.
up and hold on. I know
Come
it's
on.
hard to be
Come
strong
on.
when things go
When everything is going wrong.
But when
It's
it
so hard.
gets too rough and
Come on.
seems too tough,
I'ma
stand
sing it
up
with
and
it.
hold on.
I know it's hard to be strong.
I know it's so hard to be strong.
when things are going wrong.
But you got to keep on fighting. Yo, y'all ain't know I had the pipes. Come on. It's so hard to be strong
Stay strong.
when it's going wrong. When things get rough and seem too tough, stand up and hold on. My life has left me scorned. I wish the pain was gone. When it gets too tough and seems too much, stand up and hold on.
It's so hard to be strong.
Come on. We about to come. We got to bring it back to the hook one more time.
But we've got to keep on fighting.
And I want everybody to remember this hook and put it in your heart.
Wish the
Wear it on
pain
your
was
sleeve.
gone.
When you got a friend that's in
Life has
need,
left me strong.
you make sure you reach out to them
When times get
and tell them to
tough
do what?
and seem too much,
What they got to
we
do?
got to
Hold on. I know it's hard to be strong when things are going wrong.
But you got to
Keep on
fighting
and
and weather
the storm.
My life has left me scorned.
My life has left me scorned, y'all.
I
wish the pain was gone.
But when it gets rough and seems too tough, stand up.
Come on,
and
y'all.
hold on.
Shout out to Angela Catone. She helped me with this song. And I in the storm, y'all.
But you got to keep on fighting and weather
The storm. Yeah. Let's go.
All right, so for all that then held on to being here attentively to this FM televised radio special, Food for Thought, I'm the host that goes by the name of James Hatcher with the one and only, the Storm.
In your area.
And everything. So, man, I truly appreciate you being here and making yourself evident in your presence.
I appreciate y'all
and
for having
bringing
me, man.
such beautiful, authentic vibration.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you
know
so
what I'm
much for
saying?
having me. Thank
and
you so
helping
much for
that
having me.
this reality progress
Absolutely.
and grow
That's
and
right.
solidify into this reality.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Some people ain't awake until the storm hits.
There you go.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
That'll wake anybody up. Okay, so for anyone that is interested in adding your music to their personal playlist, where can they locate your music, and how can anyone that is interested in booking you for on-stage performances get in contact with you?
All right. Y'all can find all of my music streaming on all platforms at DA Storm STORM, the number one in music. That's on YouTube, Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, every streaming platform that y'all can think up. I'm on there, and I definitely be pumping on WPPM 106.5 soon. Listen out for me on the Thursday shows, y'all, because
Yes.
I'm gonna be everywhere in your area. I'm in your area. If y'all looking to book me, y'all can contact my management at capital E Ever Living Management, EverLiving management at gmail.com for all shows and appearances and hosting. Just get in contact with me, and I would definitely be proud to come through and be in your area and make things hot.
Definitely. And once again, I appreciate all attendees for being here on the televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought. Once again, I'm the one and only James Hatcher. If there's another James Hatcher, he ain't me. So, you got to take that name lightly. No offense to anybody else that's named James Hatcher. So you can reach me on my Facebook. Just type up James Hatcher and everything like that. Make sure that you check out previous episodes online. You can either go to my YouTube channel, type in James Hatcher, WPPM-LP, or James Hatcher Food for Thought radio special. Also, for like the live streams, you can go on phillycam.org. Just go to the live section and you can watch it, and or the watch section you can watch it, or listen section you can listen to previous episodes as well. Also, the book Food for Thought, literary concept to theoretical reasoning based and inspired on the motivational themes of topic and the conversations that we have. That is for the growth and the development and the benefit of us being aware of ourselves and the attribute of being here and existence of life. So once again, make sure you check that out. And until your next endeavors, take care of yourselves.
What's good, y'all? You're rocking with the Storm. We are live at WPPM 106.5 radio. I'm tapping in with the Food for Thought show, hosted by James Hatcher, Allison on the boards. What's good, y'all? Let's go. I want to know how y'all feeling today.
We're feeling amazing today, y'all.
'Cause that's how I'm feeling.
Come on,
I want y'all to feel how I'm feeling.
wake up.
I want to tell y'all how y'all get to feel amazing every day. Storm in your area.
Let's go.
I woke today feeling so amazing.
Amazing.
And I can tell that everything was changing.
Change.
We manifesting, we ain't chasing. Just taking over with no hesitation. Not trying to watch the moves, seeing what we on, but we going, never catching up. Y'all can tag along. You rocking with the storm and global creation music. Get down with the movement, peep with the groove is. Feeling how you feel is a blessing. Living life, learning lessons. First you up, then we stress it. Put it all together, it'll balance out. Make you wanna shout, but you always got another route. Discipline, consistency is how you build efficiency. Doing all the shadow work it takes to be a better me. Starting with the purest energy that I could ever be. Real love, self-love, the only true reality. You feel me?
I feel my reality changing.
I feel it changing, y'all.
Love is the what makes life so amazing.
We so amazing, y'all.
I feel my reality changing.
Y'all feel that? Come on. It's love, y'all. That's what makes life amazing. Now check it. Now everything's a little different, but no, I ain't tripping, just a man with a vision. Listen, I see them lights, the jewels shining bright, taking flight, illuminating the night. Sorry, I'm the dog, the ignition is your heart to activate self-love. The stars with the spark, I'm the soul controller, the master of my universe. Cause anything I want is mine, just watch me work. Believe that I'ma have it, use the elements to create blessings. It's like magic, when reality is changing, feelings is amazing. New frequency, I'm tuning into my own station. Keep it on a higher degree. Astral plane into dimensions where the movement is free. That's the key. Trying to ascend from your struggles and your troubles. There's a whole nother level that's hovering right above you. Listen, it's love that makes life so amazing. And I feel my whole reality changing. Love, what makes life? Come on. I feel my whole reality changing. I feel my reality changing. Come on. Love is what makes life so amazing. I feel my reality changing. Cause love is what makes life so amazing.